really glad to have you both here. I really enjoyed watching your film, and I'm really excited to hear about how it was for you making it, and learn a little bit more about both of you. So, if you could just a real quick, like 1 minute pitch, if you could tell us about your film.
Yeah, so Human Helper, we made it a part of the Easter Seals Disability Film Challenge, which is a 48-hour film challenge. And it's a sci-fi comedic short about a doctor's mission to make artificially intelligent human-like helpers not ableist. And in case you don't know what ableist means, it means being discriminatory against people with disabilities.
So, if you could both tell me, you can go in whatever order you'd prefer, just a little bit about your backgrounds and how you got to this place of making this film.
Nicole, you first.
Sure. My name's Nicole, and I'm an actor in Los Angeles. And I actually met Shaina several years ago when she was holding auditions for a different project she was shooting. And we had such a blast on that. And it was so nice to work with another artist with a disability, and we just clicked right away. And it seems like we've worked on several projects since then. And then we saw the Easter Seals Disability Film Challenge opportunity, and it was just like obvious that we wanted to participate in it together. So we just jumped in, and we participated in the 55-hour film festival, and we got the different what would you say, the different the three categories that we had to go for, and we just jumped in and created it all in my apartment.
Wow, that's so cool. That's awesome. So the whole thing was written, conceived, all of that filmed within 48 hours.
Yes.
That's nice.
I remember I was sitting in class. So my name is Shaina, and I had the privilege of attending USC for the past 3 years. And I just recently got my MFA in film and TV production.
Okay.
And I remember last year sitting in class, and it was 7 p.m. and right as class started, like the prompt came out. I could not pay attention for the rest of that class. And we talked about like what was going to be on the final. We talked about all that, and I just totally zoned out. But no, it was a wild ride. And I knew as soon as I saw the challenge, I contacted Nicole, and I was like, I'm not going to do this without you. We're a team. We've worked on almost all of our projects together.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, but it was difficult because the crew and I were students full time, and so we not only had to write it, but we had to direct it, production design it, edit it, all of that within like 48 hours, and it was just nuts, the turnaround time.
That's so impressive.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. It was really fun to shoot it in my apartment because the whole awesome crew came in, and they totally redesigned my apartment, moved everything. You couldn't even recognize it. It was amazing. And
yeah, that's a shout out to Rohill too. I mean,
yeah, Rohill. He's amazing, and it was just so cool to see everyone come in like a tornado and get it prepared to film, and then everyone was so on it, and we shot it so quickly, it felt like, and then all of a sudden my apartment was back to normal. It felt like Mary Poppins of filmmaking.
And I think like that's really what I wanted to touch on, is that this was a whole crew effort, and we really couldn't have made this film without every single person in that crew. They made my job too easy. Like I literally didn't have to worry about anything other than coming in and directing. And it's so amazing when you have the privilege to work with people that are this talented. I mean, my cast was like, I was writing the script up until that morning we were shooting. And even on set, we were rewriting things, and I was thinking of new things. And Nicole and Alora and Tony, like they were troopers. They just got the lines and, memorized them on the spot, which I think is a huge, huge deal. And it's the only way we were able to make this film.
Wow. So how large was your crew that you were working with?
So our crew, I think it had about 10 people. We were small, but we were passionate.
Small.
Yeah, we were a small crew compared to other crews in the challenge. But I have to say, like, everybody stepped up. We needed some extras, and even though like my friends are not necessarily actors, some of the crew members stepped in to act. Like Tony, he is an actor or was an actor and is now transitioning to directing, but he totally stepped up and said, Shaina, I will act in this for you. And he plays, Nicole's assistant in the film.
Oh, he's not an actor. Oh, wow. He did a great job.
He has an acting background and he did consider himself an actor, but now he's trying to shift gears, and he was trying to shift gears at USC, but he told me he would go back into that role.
That's amazing. So it's sort of like the community coming together to make something quickly.
It really is.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And so Shaina, you wrote it. Nicole, did you have a part in writing it as well, or?
I wouldn't say that I was the writer, no. Okay. But Shaina did send me different versions of the script and ask my opinion. And we did that a couple of times, but Shaina, this was all Shaina's brainchild.
Wow, amazing.
No, it really was a team effort. Like, I mean, I was turning out, I think by the end of it, we had 30 drafts of the script. But I was sending it to Nicole and our amazing producer, Kitsy. And they were both sending me amazing notes like right away, which was great. That's all I could have asked for, So yeah, it was a great collaboration.
Was this concept something you had in mind before, or was it all just sort of like spur of the moment, it came to you when you saw the prompts?
So I do really good under pressure. So I kind of tried not to think too much about the challenge and what it could be and what we could write beforehand. And so when this prompt came up, I immediately thought to an experience that I had, I think 2 weeks before the challenge, where I was at a mall in downtown LA. And there was this like robot there it was this new thing, and it was trying to assist everybody, right? And it kept getting in my way because it couldn't like register me. And so from that, this whole film like came to be.
Oh, wow. That's really kind of shocking to me that it was based on such a specific experience that is in the film. Oh, wow. That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. Nicole, how was it for you working on a project with this specific subject matter?
It was great. It was so nice to shine a light on ableism with the futuristic spin, because it's such an important issue to make sure that people with disabilities are recognized and fully integrated into society. So it really kind of hit everything that I want to work on as an artist.
That's awesome. Thank you both so much. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about what you're working on now, or anything you have planned for the future?
Well, I just want to say, like, Nicole and I are both constantly creating, right? We're both not going to stop. But right now, what's really captured our attention is the Black Lives Matter movement. We are, very strong allies. And we hope that those of you watching are also allies. It's not enough to be not racist. You have to be anti-racist right now. You have to speak up and you have to advocate. And yeah, we hope, if you want more information, you can go on the Black Lives Matter website. They have a bunch of resources that you can read up on and take action.
Thank you so much for saying that. And I really appreciate
that. I'd also like to add that it's very important that all minority groups support each other, because we're not free until we're all free.
Thank you so much for saying that as well. Absolutely agree and appreciate you sharing that sentiment with all the viewers. Thank you so much. This has been so exciting and wonderful and inspiring to talk to both of you. I really appreciate the work you've done, and I hope everyone enjoys your film, and I think that they will. And I'm really excited to see what you both put out in the future too.